What's going on, guys? Welcome to our Weathersfield project. We've got a entertainment area that we're going to be reworking, and then we're going to be building out a pantry. So let's take a look at what we've got right now. Over here, we've got our entertainment area. So we've got those bump outs that were built probably, I want to say, 90s, when everything was nice and bulky. They're building everything out quite a bit. And then we also have something kind of curious, is we have two sets of door hardware right here. Now, we can go around to the outside, but I'm going to ask you to trust me on it right now. Those are two exterior doors that walk into the back of that entertainment unit. So essentially what we're going to be doing is deleting those guys, getting rid of the entertainment unit, and kind of pushing it back to what it was before. We're going to continue the shape of the wall, frame it in over there, get the drywall patched up, reworked, all that good stuff, and then we'll have some extra lighting put in there up top, and make that whole thing reset for when we've got the TV that will be going in up there. The other thing that we're going to be doing is taking out this carpet, and as much as it's fantastic, we're going to be doing the tile flooring, and we're going to be continuing that into this area over here. So we'll finish that out in here. The other area, like we talked about, we have the pantry build out. So that's going to be over near the garage, because we have a kitchen that I'm walking through right now. And then we've got this laundry room that we're going to be walking into, but there's not really a big pantry space. So they wanted to do something to be able to store dried goods, stuff like that. And then they have a ton of storage off of their garage area. Right now we're getting all the stuff moved in to start our construction process. But we've got this huge storage unit right here, storage unit in that door, storage in that door. I haven't even looked behind what that door is. That might be an exterior door. But I've got storage, storage, storage. And we're going to take this guy right here, wall this off so that we get like a 4-foot by 5-foot extra pantry. We'll put a door on that wall that goes to the other side. This will stay garage storage, so you're not losing a lot of it. And then we're going to take that doorway and bring it out to the edge of our curb right there to extend the framing from the interior so that your interior continues to your pantry right there. And it's going to be, like we said, mostly just for dried goods. We'll throw some insulation in the wall to try and help get that all done. We're not going to worry about throwing a new vent in there, because I don't think we're going to need to. Like we said, it's dried goods. And then we've got the laundry room right there. So we'll take our flooring, extend it out to here, not a lot, run it into the pantry, and go from there. So right now, we're getting all the stuff on site. We're going to get our prep work done here in a second, because we want to contain especially a lot of our dust in that entertainment area just to that room, because we're doing all the tear out in there. And then we're going to get the laundry room prepped so that that area is just sectioned off. And we'll kind of keep everything in this area. So we're going to get rolling on that, and then I'll have an update for you here just a second. All right, guys, 30 seconds of demo real quick. Logan and I are attacking the entertainment unit from each side. We made sure to score the drywall before we really started pulling it apart, but then we start just removing the drywall. We start at the corners, pull the drywall off, and then we can remove the studs from the structure and make sure everything's taken back to where we want it. So we'll get it stacked up, move to the garage, and then trashed out from there. And then we'll have another update here in just a second. All right, guys, we have an update for you on our project. So we have our framing done. For this area, we've bumped the door forward. We ended up going from a 36-inch door to a 32-inch door, and we made sure that we had plenty of clearance for the pocket door that's back there, so that if they need to do any appliances or carry furniture through in the future, they absolutely can. We're gonna have a 32-inch door right here. We ended up moving our switch, turning it into an outlet, and then jumping everything over to here. So these are our new lights for the garage, and there's our pile of trash that we're gonna have to guys get out of here. And then we have the garage door openers moved over here as well. We did our 2x6 framing because they're 2x6 doors to match everything. And then we'll get into this header here in a second. But this whip is hanging down because we're gonna have a light that goes up there in the ceiling. And then this is our pantry area. We're gonna insulate it here in a second. We've got the flooring in. We'll insulate it, close up the walls. We'll have the shelves on this wall, and then we were able to tie in to this box right here. We got a little creative because as I'm standing right here, the door will open this way, which means I can't put any switches on this wall. And before, you had the door that would open this way, so you'd walk in, be able to hit your switches for the lights right here. We turned this one into a motion switch so that as you're coming in from the garage, you open your door, that's gonna pick it up right there, and then you're not having to take a couple steps in the dark to get to your light. And that will create the light for right here, along for the light down into the rest of the laundry room right there. So super happy with that. And then let's take a look at our framing. Let's start with what we found. So we've got a little buckling in that drywall that I'm not sure if you can see too much on the video, but part of that is we have this enormous beam that's about 18 inches. It's carrying the upstairs right there along with a bunch of other things that is being cantilevered on that post, or was being cantilevered on that post for the most part. And we were able to put a lot of reinforcement underneath it. And we believe that that cantilevering was causing the cracking in that drywall over there because it was a pinch point. We put our bracket, that metal, let's see, there we go, that metal piece right there to hold our box header that we did, and we filled it with a bunch of 2x8s and then had it on the top. The reason why we really did that rather than trying to carry it in a different spot was we've got that plywood joist right there that's running across your little eye joist. And then we have the two, I'm not sure if you can see it, the two metal straps, one there across the top. And we're getting really into the nerd stuff today. But anyways, you have your trusses landing right there. So we wanted to make sure that we had good weight continuity all the way to the bottom. So we ended up putting our jack stud, essentially we created jack studs for this guy right here. And then obviously we've got the reverse hardware bucket for that side to carry everything. Then our update for over in the entertainment area. Flip you guys around. We've got the flooring in. We're able to get a really good match in terms of this floor and the existing floor, which I'm super happy about. Everything's been blocked in for the doors right now. We're gonna put some insulation back in there. And then we'll put some blocking right here for the TV. This is gonna go up there. And then you see we've got our string that goes down to our data box right there, so that after we insulate it, close everything up, that they'll be able to pull HDMI cords, cable cords through, whatever they need to, all that good stuff. So we've got our updated LED gimbals that are in the ceiling right now that will be able to illuminate the wall, and then we'll get that on the wings, and then we're just gonna have the TV in the middle. But that's where we're at for right now. Drywallers are gonna be rolling in here today. They'll get their stuff done. We've got baseboard and some of the trim going in after that. Doors are going in tomorrow. So we are moving forward with the project, and that's where we're at for right now. I think we're gonna probably might break the video right here. If it's a full thing, then it's a full video, and you know better than I do because obviously you have all the information and I'm just here. So, but that's where we're at. We'll see you guys either in a second or on the next video. Have a good one. All right, guys, we are wrapping up our project here in Scottsdale and wanted to show you what we've got. So we're able to bump everything out. So obviously the storage area used to continue over to here. These guys were on the other side, so they're over here right now. We've got raw drywall. Paint's not a part of our contract. Homeowner wanted to take care of that directly, so not our part. Anyways, we've got our new door here. We ended up having to make it 32 inches. I think we talked about this in the previous part of the update so that it landed in line with the wall. I'll have Ethan swing around in here to show you the pantry that we did. We've got the new door in there that matches the height, and then all the shelving that they wanted in there. So we ended up going from a 2 gang right here, and then we went to a 3 gang. And it's been a while since we've done our update. We're doing some punch list over here. But this is the light. These are the lights for the main area here. And we did a motion sensor right here because there's no natural spot where you could just open the door and hit the light right there. So rather than having to take a couple steps in, the minute that door opens, lights kick on, you've got light in the entryway right there. And then we just put the light for the pantry right here. So we've got all the flooring, matched it, grout, all that good stuff. The trim is all done inside. Everything was done to match. So I'm really happy with how everything came out. We've got our electrical all trimmed out for the 6-inch can in there right here. And then we'll put the video on pause real quick, and then we'll take you guys over to the other area to show you the entertainment center. All right, for the entertainment area, we've got the tile that matches on the floor. We ended up running it side to side just to give the room as much width as possible, and it kind of matches with the rest of the house. So we were able to reuse a good amount of the baseboard because we were very careful taking it out. So everything went in. The painters did a great job caulking this in, getting the paint done for that. So no more carpet in here. It's fantastic. We've got the TV up on the wall, and as you guys can remember, because you saw it a couple minutes ago, was we had those big build outs for our entertainment unit. That's gone. This is now recessed all the way to the wall. So super happy with that. And then I think that's it for the most part. We did the updated lighting in the ceiling. This is all ready to go. We've got an access panel here. They ended up having a lot of cox lines that are running down into here. So this is right next to our data box right here. And you can't see it, but the TV box, and I think we showed you this before, that's up there has a string that runs all the way down so they can feed whatever they need to between the 2 areas so that we can get all of that stuff there. This has its power behind the TV already, so you don't have any cords showing. You can run all your HDMIs up through here, so you're not going to see any of that, which will be really nice. So for the most part, that's it on this project. Super happy with how everything turned out. We had a couple ring lights that we put in other places, but other than that, everything was pretty good. So we're getting ready to get out of here. Happy to have worked with our customer on this one, and see you on the next project.